Mark Mehigan's Weekly Roast. Proudly supported by Cialis for Men. Erectile dysfunction? It's nothing to be ashamed of. Have a quick, discreet chat with your pharmacist about Cialis for Men. 10 milligram film-coated tablets, which contains tadalafil. Now available without prescription in pharmacies nationwide. Find out more at www.cialisformen.ie. To be taken at least 30 minutes prior to anticipated sexual activity. Always read the label. GoLoud.
Welcome back to the Weekly Roast. How's it going, guys? How the hell are you? How are your hearts? And of course, how are your heads? Guys, what's going on? Mark Mehigan's Weekly Roast is proudly brought to you by Cialis for Men, helping you get and keep an erection whenever you need it. I am so happy to be working with a brand that will help men, not just with their erections, but in realising that there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Nearly 3 in 10 males have experienced ED, but only 1 in 4 are comfortable discussing it. Let's change that. Cialis for Men is now available without prescription from pharmacies nationwide. All it takes is a quick chat with your pharmacist and you're off to the races, to be taken at least 30 minutes prior to anticipated sexual activity. Contains tadalafil. Always read the label. Guys, what's going on? How are you doing? I am here, as always, joined by Mr. Mystery Mick.
Hello, Mark. Good to see you.
And we've got Connor helping on the tools.
Do.
Good stuff. That's all you'll be hearing from Connor Halpin on today's episode. Nevertheless, guys, I just want to announce this at the beginning of this show that we did a little competition last week for a hotel, a luxury suite in a faraway hotel for the weekend. This week is the last week you can enter. So the link is in the bio of this episode. Now, if you want to head away with your spouse, or if they have turned out to be a philandering bastard, as this episode may reveal, click the link, enter the competition, and you can take somebody else away. Or you can just go away by yourself. If you need some respite from reality, if you need a brief bit of shut-eye and to silence out the suffocating sounds that normal life brings on a daily basis, enter the survey. It takes less than 90 seconds to enter, and potentially you win. If you want to DM me with like a bribe, I will obviously send an email then completely illegally and try and swindle the person that's selecting the winner and make it you. Nevertheless, we also have another update. This weekend, of course, I've got 2 sold-out shows in Newbaster. Let's go. The nerves have begun to descend.
Really?
Well, not really descend, more just like a sort of underlying terror in the stomach and second-guessing every third thought and wondering, am I humorous at all? And then sort of picturing terrorising scenarios on stage that would, you know...
What do you think is the worst that could happen?
Well, the Bataclan, Michael.
Oh my God.
So, I think we both know that. It's a comedy gig, mate. Let's be honest. Not live. Okay, I'm on edge, okay? You'll have to forgive me, my friends. I'm on edge. The jokes are going to be fast and loose today for the day that's in it. Nevertheless, we'll get there, and I can't fucking wait to see you all. It's going to be phenomenal. If you're coming, I look forward to seeing you. If you're not, please don't miss the next ones. Nevertheless, that's not the only thing going down this weekend. For those of you lucky enough to be heading to All Together Now, 2025, us here at GoLoud are delighted to bring the GoLoud Lounge to All Together Now festival for the very first time this year. Join us for a weekend of talk, live podcasts, sport, music, wellness and much more. With the best lineup and hosts, bar one, from GoLoud, news, talk and off the ball across 3... Bar one, or the best talent from GoLoud, news, talk and off the ball, bar one, namely individual, for across 3 days of the Sold Out Festival. Both ambassador shows also sold out, so it's sort of 50-50. We've packed a programme from Friday to Sunday with something for everyone. Well, not for everyone, because fans of Mark Mehigan, of course, will be at his show, so you can view the full Go Lounge. This is mental, Mark. These are your employers. Were your employers. Step outside, Mark. The Bataclan. Nevertheless, guys, if you're heading down to All Together Now for the weekend, check out the Go Loud Lounge. All of your favourite podcasts will be there. Loads of the news news, talk, talent. It's going to be a very exciting part of the festival. Lots of interesting things on offer. My good friend Darren Conway is doing a show with Joe down there as well. The two lads are there. They're going to be brilliant. So I would 100% advise you to see them Saturday at 2:00. They are legends. Okay, let's get into it, guys. Today... it's a hard episode to record because it's all about cheating, and obviously Mystery Mick has always had a wandering eye. It's sort of, you're lucky you still have a fiance.
Yeah, thanks.
She's forgiven you for your most recent, little bit of acting out, as you call it. Michael just blames on his recovery. Whenever he cheats, he's like, I'm sorry, I just was really off beam, but I'm feeling much better now. Brilliant. None of that's true, of course. Anyway, today's episode is all about people who cheat, and it is cynical. However, I've done my best to try and cherry pick the stories that aren't necessarily... Because some of the stuff that we received was just terrible. Like so...
Grim.
For me, the bottom line is, we'll get into the amorality of it all throughout the show, but it's also just the meanness. Like the genuine meanness. There's one woman wrote in and she was pregnant and she went to a wedding with her partner, his side of the family, and for the whole thing, he left her at the table pregnant while he went off with one of his exes and hung out with her friends for the evening. She had a bad feeling. She went to bed early because she felt sick. She said she was lying in bed, pregnant and asleep and nude. Didn't need to include that detail. But lying there, and then the ex banged down on the door at 2 a.m. and came in and was like, there's nothing happening with us. And it's like, okay, well, you've just confirmed essentially that there is. And then she discovered a week later that there was.
Of course she did.
But it's just so mean. It's just so unbelievably mean. So there you go. I'm a perfect person. I'm never doing any bad things. No, I'm joking. This is not about being better than anyone. So without further ado, okay, I'm going to get into it. We're going to split this. It's a bumper episode. So the first section is going to be messages that the people weren't comfortable enough to read out. And you have to understand it, and it will make sense whenever you hear these stories because, good God, they are shocking. So let's just get into that first, and then we'll play some voice notes. Yeah, I mean, hold on to your hearts, guys. Very much hold on to your hearts. Hold on to your heads, and hopefully they'll still both be intact after this episode. It's the roast of cheating stories. Let's go. Okay, guys, let's get into it. If you're enjoying the show, if you're new to the show, thank you so much for being with us. I'm on Instagram at Mehigan Mark. If you have any ideas as to what you'd like roasted, send me a message. If you enjoyed today's show, send me a message. Most importantly, please subscribe and follow the podcast wherever you're listening. It makes a big difference. And review it or rate it or whatever. Apparently that's the big thing these days. And of course, sharing the episode. Oh, sorry. Apparently on Spotify, you have to comment. So when you listen to this episode, just comment, be like, sweet, neato job, Mark, or something shite, because apparently that's the whole, yeah, you have to play the game. Anyway, let's get into it, okay? First up, a friend of mine, this came in from a mail, by the way. A friend of mine, let's call him John, his roommate had a friend from America called Alabama visiting for a week for St. Patrick's Day. John and Alabama started hooking up, even though John had a girlfriend, which the American knew nothing about. On St. Patrick's night, her last night in Dublin, everyone is out drinking and he's dodging his girlfriend by sending her to various bars that he isn't in and then turning off his phone. His girlfriend is calling everyone he knows, trying to find where she's gone. He's gone. Meanwhile, at some point, the American leaves the nightclub to meet a female friend of hers she's yet to see in the trip. John arrives home at about 3 a.m. and asks his roommate if he knows where the American Alabama is. His roommate says that she's decided to sleep over with her friend so they can catch up. John then turns his phone back on and sees all the texts from his actual girlfriend and lets her know that he's home and if she wants to get a taxi across, she can. She arrives there at 4 a.m. and he asks her to make him an omelette. Good stuff. While he's on the couch in the living room waiting for the omelette, he falls asleep. Famously, he takes ages to cook omelettes, of course. He wakes up to somebody straddling him, kissing him and saying, "Hey, baby." He realises it's not his girlfriend, but it's Alabama. Seconds later, he hears his girlfriend coming through the door with the omelette. He throws the American off him before she sees and asks his girlfriend to speak privately to him in the hall. He then says to her that by calling his friends all night and chasing him, that she violated his boundaries and he felt pressurised and suffocated, and it was sad that he couldn't just have a few drinks with friends without it being an issue, and that he was so upset by her that he wanted her to leave right away. She leaves and goes back, and then he goes back to Alabama and smooths everything out with her before they go to bed behaviour. Absolute pig behaviour. The American eventually decided to move to Ireland to be with him, and he kept them both on the go for a few months before trading his girlfriend for Alabama. That lasted 6 months before Alabama then caught him cheating with someone else. And on we go. Thoughts, my friends?
Did he get the omelette?
That's very good point. Connor Halpin, a very timely intervention.
Yes.
Yeah, good question. I mean, he's a complete dog.
I'd almost say like diagnosable, like it's, you know.
It's the sort of Keenan and Kel element of being in the two situations at once that's just so absurd. Like having Alabama straddle him and then out to the missus to tell her to F off, then back in for the sort of quiche Lorraine or the omelette, whatever, you know, and then back to Alabama. And then, like, also the heaving Alabama, like, so she's straddling him and she's like, oh, so honeybee or whatever, like, you know, Alabama, what's that? Oh, Alabama, like that sort of Louisiana.
Yeah,
That'd be a lot. Hey, why don't you pull down your breeches there? Let me give the little fella a twizzle. Do you want to know my opinion? No, we don't.
No.
We definitely don't. Alabama. We've all seen the documentaries. That's enough out of you.
Yeah.
So just park your little keister. Anyway, yeah, he's a dog.
It seems like a lot of effort.
I've always been amazed by that. Where do there aren't enough hours in the day.
No. And like, where does it go from hijinks to just like being a legitimate pain in the arse? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But do they thrive off that? They thrive off the deceit, and
sure.
it gives them a little bit of vibrancy and a sense of excitement in their otherwise pitiful, lacklustre fucking lives.
And I'm not for a moment blaming the girlfriend, but like, if you're not getting phone calls till 4 a.m, don't go back and cook for him. Bin him off.
Okay. So that's Lena Dunham here is on the show.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Yeah.
It's like whenever you see when Kelly, what's her name? Kelly Osbourne's on that American TV show. Oh no!
Oh, another Bataclan joke. Will you fucking leave me alone?
Okay, guys, simmer down. Next one from a man comes in straight away. Michael, you can burn the bra afterwards, right?
Okay.
I got caught I got caught cheating on an ex-girlfriend of mine. I know, scumbag, as she found texts and pictures on my phone. She then sends the texts and pictures to my mum, telling her what a scumbag her son is. My poor mother is still shook, seeing things that a mum should never see belonging to her son. Totally deserved, to be fair. I was an awful lad between the age of 20 to 25. Both the girl I cheated on and the girl I cheated with both follow you, by the way, so I can send you a voice note. I think this is a fair play all round.
Yeah.
I think, okay, he cheated, which was the dog thing to do, and with lewd pictures and text, I think absolutely fair play that the heartbroken person sent them to his mother. I think that's the game. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
100%.
You have to feel for the mother, though, surely.
Well, we don't know what that mother's been up to on her own. No, but yeah, the mother you feel for.
Yeah.
The mother's the real victim. Oh, God, she's just like, on the way to whatever activity she's doing. Do you know what I mean? She's on the way to play golf. Oh, phone beeping. Oh, that's Kira. Oh, good. There's James with a boner. Do you know what I mean?
Like there's unwanted dick pics and then there's
unwanted
dick pic of your son.
Yeah, the line between solicited and unsolicited is always very clear, but this is like on the very other end of the spectrum of unsolicited. This is like car crash material.
Yeah. This is life ending.
I think it's great though. There's also an awareness in him being like, yeah, sort of that's the game. Like he learned his lesson and he's never done it again.
Seems to have a bit of self-awareness.
Exactly. And he also now looks back and goes, it was wrong to do it. So he's not just not doing it again because he got punished. He's not doing it again because he's aware that it's wrong. Yeah?
Well, he might look back and realise that, but he can't look at his mother in the eye the same way again.
Well, like, yeah, that's the element of like the next girl that he brings home. Oh, Mum, this is Edwina. Is it? Yeah. Oh, I've heard and seen a lot about you, Edwina. That birthmark, on the inside of the anus. Okay, let's guys, we're only starting the podcast.
Yeah.
Everybody grow up, okay? Oh God, these are bad ones, aren't they?
Oh, it gets worse. It just.
Oh yeah, brace yourself, my friends. Please keep me anonymous. Okay, so Susan Delargy, Glenwed Crouse in Belfast. Please keep me Bruckle Thistle. Please keep me anonymous. Had my suspicions for a while that he was cheating. I followed my gut feeling and read his texts. We need to talk about that afterwards. Mm-hmm. Sure enough, I was right. I said nothing because I didn't want him to know that I went through his text. Should I do the Belfast accent?
Go, yeah.
No. He worked nights in a bar. One night he came home and I heard him. I met him coming through the door. He was taking his boxers out of his pocket. We had a huge argument and I told him I knew he was cheating and this just confirmed it. Then he storms out and comes back 30 minutes later. No, gone Yorkshire.
Yeah.
30 minutes later with the boxers. Okay, sorry, now we'll just go back to Irish. We had a huge argument and told him I knew he was cheating and this just confirmed it. Then he storms out and comes back 30 minutes later with the boxers and said the reason he had them in his pocket is because he sharted. In the 30 minutes he was gone, he made up that story and rubbed dirt on the boxers. The boxers were perfectly clean before he stormed out. Next day I saw more text from him telling her that I knew, and she replied saying, oh no, so no more late night rides on the pool table. I got the fuck out of that shit show relationship ASAP. Love the pod, good luck with the live show. Thank you. Good God. The fake defecation in the boxer shorts is completely ludicrous.
I'd like to know why he took them off in the first place.
I'm assuming he'd soiled them.
No, he had to fake the soiling. He had them off for whatever reason.
No, I don't mean soiling from
No, I
the
know.
bum. I mean, I'm talking about the other. I'm assuming
yeah.
that he had intercourse and then as a result his boxers were stained.
Yeah, but surely you go back to your house fully clothed and you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm just going for a shower. Like going home half dressed is way more conspicuous than like going home with dirty boxers.
I think it's probably a classic case of paralysis by analysis. He's
yeah.
overthought it to the extent that he's like tried to hyper focus on what an innocent person would do. Oh, they'd shit themselves. And then they just have the old, dirty jocks in the sort of side pocket of the Superdry. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Perfectly normal. I find it amazing that when I hear these stories that, people are able to sit tight for 30 minutes and wait and listen to the bullshit story. I just wouldn't have the patience for that.
No, not at all.
When you hear these stories like, oh, well, I knew he was cheating, but I waited for a week. I just could not do that. No chance.
No.
Yeah, good luck. Gone.
Yeah.
I want to know more about the logistics of having sex on the snooker table. Like, was he using a spider to ease it in at any point at a different angle?
Yeah, sure, form an orderly queue.
Oh.
No? Let's just chalk it down to experience. Strike. No.
By magic.
Okay. This is just horrendous now. We're going to get to the voice notes in a second. We have to get through these two more. He cheated on me at 8 months pregnant whilst on a stag. He then gave me chlamydia while trying to get the baby out the way we got it in, giving our newborn an eye infection. What? He came clean, evidently not. No. He came clean because he had to, as I was showing symptoms. I headbutted him in the face in the throes of labour and gave him a bloody nose and a black eye. Least he could do, I eventually forgave him.
Unforgivable.
Look, everyone, each to their own.
Yeah.
And everyone's entitled to pursue happiness in whichever way they wish. I just find that banana. So, but is that a thing? I've never heard that before in my life. Get the baby out the way we got it in.
No.
I've heard people of having intercourse in the few days before, to bring on labour. I've heard that
I just think that's crap lad humour.
Oh, is it?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. And Lena, in season 2 of Girls, when you were working with Adrian Scott, was it...
Do you want me to just head out?
So when you scripted the Gilmore Girls, did you always want Rory to have that name? Or was it because... Come on and sleep all over, everything will be all right. Okay, cheating on your pregnant wife 8 months in, good luck.
Yeah.
The newborn and eye infection, I had no idea that's how science works. Yeah, and then you headbutt him in the face during labour. Unbelievable. That is fair play. That's the least he deserved.
Absolutely.
I will spare any further judgment because it's not my position or place to do so. But yeah, good God. Bananas. Okay, last one. This one came in from America, okay? So the person said there's no chance of her finding out, which is great.
Sure.
Cheater story. My brother was in a long distance relationship with a girl in NY. Goes to see her in her apartment and lays on her bed. He sees wet snot smeared across her wall next to the bed. She denies that a man did it and was in her bed and says it's hers. He then says, okay, eat it. She broke down and confessed. This is just... What?
Everything is wrong with this.
bloody Americans. This is just so surreal. So, like, this guy comes in, sees his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then sees, assumingly it's on like the side of the bed that he would usually lie on. And he sees phlegm, which is just grotesque in itself.
Yeah.
And then, but that means the person that she was cheating with, right? That she was so intoxicated by.
Was Spider-Man.
Was it? Why does Spider? Oh, so yeah. Connor did that noise. Not with his hands. But like, so then this guy, this Lothario, this rogue, romantic fiend, Romeo guy that she wants to hook up with. She's there. She's like, okay, dealing with the moral dilemma of like, should I? The Sophie's choice. Will I cheat on my spouse with this trucker or what? It doesn't need, whatever he is, stockbroker, anything, Ivy League guy, and then lying in bed, post-coital, sort of smoking a Marlboro Light, Marlboro Red, going, okay, listening to a bit of Nick Cave, going, do you know what? That was pretty cool. Then. Yeah. And then they finish the sex, and then he spits against the wall. Like, no. This is, how are we off to this much of a bathroom beginning already?
Are we saying it is phlegm, though? I thought it was some other...
No.
I think it actually was.
I don't think it's...
No, I think it's... Yeah, it's...
No, because you couldn't pretend you're...
Yeah, because you'd be like, oh, is there a glue factory open for business? This is too much. Let's play the music. We're getting into the voice notes. On y va. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the weekly roast. It's very good to be here. It's my favourite time of the week, as you know. If you're enjoying the show, do us a huge favour and click follow and subscribe wherever you're listening to your podcast. It means you'll get a new episode twice a week, because obviously we've got the weekly roast out Wednesday, and then of course the roast mortem on Thursday mornings. And again, thank you so much for listening to the shows. I'm so glad you're enjoying them. If you want to get involved, send me a message on Instagram at Mehigan Mark. But look, I've done enough talking so far. It's time to pass the microphone on to you, dear listener. And these are your sordid tales of secrecy and deceit. On y va. Let's go.
Hey Mark, so my ex-fiance worked in staging and lighting for theatre and had done for years, was really good at it, and he did it the whole time we were together. That was fine. The theatre he worked in happened to be really close to where I worked as well, so quite often on the way home I'd pop in, see how he was, see how his day was going, and, what do you want for dinner, that type of thing. So one day, called in after work, did the usual, said hello to the normal people I'd say hello to, and went to find him. I walked into the little kind of electrical room he was in, opened the door, and he was there kissing another woman.
No.
So I went into a flap, as you would in this situation, and he kind of pushed the woman away and stuttered out, "We're practicing for a new role for the play." He wasn't an actor. She wasn't an actress. And yeah, it turns out it had been going on a long time behind my back.
That is shocking.
Unbelievable.
Jesus Christ. It's a real movie-esque way of getting caught, though, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
No, it's not what it looks like. It's looking around. It's a new play. What's it called then? It's called it's called the blue pan coffee cup. Is it? Yeah. Put your penis away, Simon.
How stupid does she expect the fiancé to be? If you get caught cheating, own up. Like, did he expect her, do you think, to really cop that, or are you just scrambling at that stage?
I mean, there's definitely probably scrambling involved. When somebody gets caught mid-kiss, I can't imagine. I've been caught once in my life. No, it's actually too harrowing a memory to recall.
Okay.
Not kissing somebody. Yeah. I was pleasuring myself at the age of 14. I was caught by my father, and it was yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's why I was thrown out of the Samba soccer school, summer of 2000. It was the week before I did the leaving. The police got involved. Nevertheless, I don't know. I just think but you see this thing, if people are the type of people to cheat and to create lies, it's just second nature for them to try and lie their way out of the situation that they've gotten themselves into. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that, like, the lie nearly makes it. Obviously, it makes it worse, but like it's just stupid and unnecessary.
But that makes them I think that makes it easier for the person to disconnect from the situation entirely, because they're like, Grant, you are just a complete waste of time. Good luck.
Pathetic.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
You're pathetic.
Yeah.
Okay. On y va. Let's go.
My ex slept with the bin man's girlfriend. What happened was we live in a really remote area, and like we know our bin men. It's not like the D4 kind of people where they wouldn't know their bin men. So we were out one night, me and my ex were out, and then the bin man and his girlfriend were out. And I noticed when we walked into the pub that like my ex like kind of shriveled up, and I was like, what is wrong with you? So I was in the bathroom, and the bin man's girlfriend pulled me aside and said, like, I wouldn't trust him if I were you. He slept with me. And I was like, oh my God, fuck off. No, you didn't. And she was like, yes, we did. And she told me the exact location where they slept, like where they cheated on me and her boyfriend. So I believed it then. And then all hell broke loose. A big fight happened. And the bin man refused to collect our bin for weeks on end. Like, I mean, it was drastic. So what happened was we had to report him to the bin company. And even at that, like, he'll leave our bin in the middle of the road. We'll have to go out the second it's collected and bring it in. We can't report him again because, I mean, it seems a bit petty. But that's kind of the long and short of it. It was absolutely chaotic time. We have all since broken up. It's me and my ex, and then the bin man and his girlfriend.
I never thought we'd have bin man drama. So he's really treating these women like trash.
Oh.
Yeah?
That joke was rubbish.
That's a load of rubbish.
They all got canned.
I mean, where to start?
Well, firstly, D4s do know they're bin men. That's a big assumption to make.
Big assumption to make. Although when I brought this up to Michael at the beginning, he was like, wait, they're bin men in the countryside. I thought you just throw your rubbish into the ditch. That's what we do whenever we're driving down to Rosslare. That's called free tipping, Michael, and you've been reported.
Thanks.
Nevertheless, so the bin man gets to know everybody very well.
Yeah, yeah.
Sort of like the Pat Mustard of this town, and he just starts riding women.
Yeah.
He's getting his hands dirty with the bins and then with the women.
Well, no, he's getting rode on. He's not. He's the opposite of Pat Mustard.
Sorry? Did I misinterpret that?
Yeah. So his ex was riding the binman's girlfriend.
Oh, so Barry Bins is actually...
No, Barry Bins is...
Oh, well, I put a lid on that one. I'm sorry. Jesus. So somebody's...
Scrap this section.
Yeah. So actually... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So he's down in the dumps.
Just do an hour of this.
It's just the tip. I refuse to believe in it. Barry, this is why it's over. It's just always about the bloody bins with you. Take me out. Oh, like I took the brown bin. No, forget the brown bin, Barry. There's got to be more to our romantic life than this.
I'll bring you out once every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, you can recycle. Barry, it's over, man. It's over. I was just looking up Halloween costumes. Yeah, I know. You're going to go as a bin again. It's complete madness, Baz. It's over. It's over, Barry. Anyway, let's go.
Hey, Mark. Love the pod. So basically, I was doing
in an airplane.
This guy, and no matter what he'd tell me, I'd believe him, no problem. So my phone had broke, and we were at a family gathering at my uncle's house. And I just said, do you mind? I said, if I just send a quick snap from your phone just to let the lads know that my phone's broke. And he was like, yeah, no problem. So when I opened Snapchat, and I was like, who the fuck is this girl? So I was like, fuck it. Clicked it, and then I was seeing all the messages about, like, he was telling her, like, how beautiful she was and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like these were like an hour or two ago, like, while he was probably sitting above at my parents' house. And I was like, you know what now? Because I can't lose the shit here. So I just caught the phone and I just showed him the phone as if I was like showing him something that had popped up for him. And the colour drained from his face. And he fucking fainted.
Oh my God.
He fucking fainted. So I was losing my shit on the inside. And all my family were like going, oh my God, are you okay? Everyone, get him a chair, let him sit down. I'm there going, please don't let him sit down, please let him fall down on the ground. But he was such a good liar, and I was so stupid. He said, oh, the boys have my Snapchat login, so they were messing on my phone. They did this, not me. And I said, oh, okay. But then like a month or two later, I just kind of got sense. So yeah, that's it. I was with the fainter.
Mental. Well, first and foremost, please land the Boeing 737 before you send voice notes in the future. Literally, Amelia Earhart just taking a left over the Bermuda Triangle straight into the Malaysian Airlines Flight 317 flying zone. So, rest in peace. Nevertheless, this guy is a complete loon.
Oh, man.
Oh no! Like a damsel in a nightdress, raising the back of his hand to his forehead. Oh, I need a chaise long, and but I just need to put my head between my legs. Yeah, not Tara Mulcahy's, because that's where you fucking had them the last 6 weeks, you dirty pup. Do you know what I mean, bastard? Pretending to faint to get out of philandering. I actually wish I thought of that at various intervals in my life. Not with philandering, but just like, Mark, remember the oh, God, I'm a little bit unsteady, you know? Absolutely outrageous.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Isn't that somebody did try and do that. Who was it? Somebody got cancelled for inappropriate sexual conduct, and then they were like, oh, well, I'm sorry if my colourful personality... What, your colourful personality wanks people? Like, do you know what I mean?
Hello, Mark from sunny Spain. So now I have to chime in on this. So a couple of years ago, this was 2018, this happened. So obviously my boyfriend at the time, he left his phone down, and I saw message notifications coming through, and the name, should I even mention the name? Because it's like, okay, I don't actually care. It was like, the name was VV, like a really random name, like VEE. And I was like, who's that? And he was like, oh, that's just my tour guide. And I was like, why is she messaging you? Like, he had been home maybe 2 weeks at this stage. And he's like, oh no, I just had a couple of questions about this excursion that we did. And I was like, okay, that's so random. I was like, random that you'd even have the phone number, but more fooled me that I believed him. Fully went along with it, but I knew, I was like, that's kind of fucking weird, but I kind of let it go. Anyways, curiosity got the better of me, and I went onto his phone one night, obviously while he was sleeping. I know that's so bad, but anyways, and just the details of, they actually went on a date when he was away and ended up sleeping together, and yeah, so bad. But yeah, as I said, more for me because I stuck around, but it was so shocking, and fully tried to worm his way out of it. You know, they met on the excursion, they got on great, well, so I could see. But yeah, also, sorry, just actually thinking about this now, I don't know what's worse, the fact that they went on a date or that they slept together. I don't know if I could they slept together. Both are horrendous, but the date is just so planned, and like, and I was at home missing him. Oh, it's so bad and so sad. Like,
yeah, that's really bad. Awful. So this guy goes off to Thailand travelling, and then has some sort of encounter with this tour guide, and then just does the dirt. So, I mean, it shouldn't shock us that a Western male behaves sexually inappropriately in Thailand. Like, that is literally the most... Next to Gardaí buying Superdry shirts, like, it is... and going to Slane Castle to watch bands like, I don't know...
Dermot Kennedy.
Dermot Kennedy, yeah, but also I feel like, not Kaiser Chief, Kasabian, like, sort of... They'd be big Richard Ashcroft fans.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like, rock and roll died, 94.
I'm with you.
The deceit... I feel like the fact that he went for such an extreme lie, right, of like, oh, that's just my excursion guide and with some questions. It's probably the best sort of, like, if you're going for a lie in any scenario, go for something believable. Oh, Mark, how come you were late? You won't believe it. I got flashed by Dennis Irwin and Stephen's Green. Sorry? I know, there's fucking loads of people standing around. Meant to go, oh, you're right. Well, I'm fainting. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to lie about something, make it believable.
Yeah, or be entertaining at least as you've just been.
And specific.
Yes.
The more specific. That's why, like, you always know if someone's like, they go, oh, sorry, I didn't get back to you. I was just, something came up. And you go, cool. What? Be a bit more specific, please. So yeah, dirtbag. And in terms of whether the date or the sex is more offensive, which do you think?
So interestingly, Kate and I have a friend who is into polyamory. Kate or I aren't, just to be absolutely clear. But we've discussed this. Like, having sex with other people, it's obviously, it's something that you would have to come to terms with. But I think I'd be way more uncomfortable with my partner, like, being intimate with someone with their time or texting them or going on dates with them. I do think she's right. Like, it's way harder to reconcile something that's planned and something where you spend time together.
I think I'd probably sooner there and go for a walk with someone than, anything more like... I think I'd struggle to reconcile with anything of a very intimate nature.
No.
At all.
I don't think either are easy. I just think that But
I do hear what she's saying in terms of, like, the emotional cheating and the fact that, like, this isn't some one drunken act of wanton lust. Yeah. This is just, like, a contrived, choreographed, like, it's repeated levels of deceit. They're cheating on you not just with the text message. They're cheating on you in the thought, in the getting the number, in the following up, in the meeting up, in the planning the restaurant, in the booking the restaurant. Like, all of those instances are are betrayals. Yeah, so it's not just one. It is literally a litany of betrayals. So yeah.
But why is he texting her when he's home as well? Like, God forbid. But if you
holiday romance, lust and love,
gone. You move on from it.
But I always think that's such a, I don't mean to disagree with you, but I do think it's a redundant thing to say to people, like, if you're not happy, just cheat, because people don't act logically in those situations. And lust, the people that they lust is probably a feeling that represent that what singleness would represent to them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Of course, it's all fantasy based because they don't actually want to be with that person in the real world. It's all holiday romance. It's the fancying the teacher when you only have 9 options. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And in a certain context, it's airport romances. You sit in an airport, you fall in love 25 times unless you're happily married, like I am. You know what I mean? But that's what people do because they're in this particular environment, which is sort of like a time capsule.
Yeah.
So when they're in the unhappy relationship or, whatever, the lust, I don't think that them being single would then result in him, say, getting that woman's number.
No, I'm totally with you. And to be absolutely clear, I'm not suggesting go and cheat.
No.
Just to be insanely clear.
It's very clear. You're in an open relationship. Let's go.
Hey Mark, so this guy at work and I were texting each other for a couple of months, I suppose. Initially, I had no idea he had a girlfriend. Eventually found out through a third party and confronted him. He confirmed he did. Didn't deter him though. He continued to text me all day, every single time. Continued to actively pursue me. Fast forward a few months. We were going to a work conference, or rather I was, and he told me that he was going to follow me there. So he self-funded this entire trip to go over. And once we were over there, we were out every night, having a few drinks, having a laugh, and one thing led to another when he followed me back to my bedroom one of the nights. We were getting down to business when all of a sudden he stopped and he just said, "Oh, I can't do this. I think we should stop while I have some integrity left." Bear in mind at this stage we're, he's down to nothing. We're lying in bed. He doesn't have a stitch on. Then he proceeds to bawl his eyes out. Like, I mean, sob. He then says it's because of his mom, starts talking about her, then proceeds to tell me all about the heartbreak that he experienced with his ex-girlfriend. Not the one he's currently cheating on. The one who broke his heart 2 years ago. And this went on for 2 hours. Sobbing, talking, crying. My hair was saturated from tears. Didn't know how to get rid of the guy. Eventually he said at 3:30 in the morning that he should probably go. I said yes, I think it's a good idea. And after that, needless to say, I told him I don't think we should text each other anymore. And now we just say hi at work. Not awkward at all or anything.
Oh God! So that's a live situation that's still unfolding. Straight off the bat, this guy is a complete narcissist.
Completely.
He is somebody who believes that he is the main character. Like, that is, Oh, it's all so embarrassing. I love just this is jumping out at me first. Him choosing to stop the sort of the fornication or like the attempts of fornication at a certain stage. Going, oh, I'm going to stop now whilst I still have some integrity left. Says who?
It's long gone.
Do you know what I mean? You
gone.
don't really get to dictate that. This isn't like,
Oh, I'm not that type of guy.
Yeah,
you are.
That.
Literally are.
It's not like your favourite colour when you're 9 and it can just change every other week. This is integrity and sort of moral stand. You don't just get to go, no, now, oh, I've seen your boobs. I've seen you. Done. No, done. I'm just going to stop now. Well, wait there. Let me just pull that back. Yeah, Grant. No, I'm going to stop now because I've still got the moral integrity. So, all good, only on a semi. Doesn't count. Susan, chicken Kiev, please. For dinner, that is. Oh, I'm going to faint. You know, that's just my way out now. Anytime I don't know where the joke is gone. Fainted into Connor's lap. It's bananas. I feel like choreographing the work trip away is a weird position of power thing. I hate to be that guy. But, like, she's acting a little bit sort of retrospective, like, oh, yeah, so anyway, we were down there, and then one of the nights he followed me back to my room. Hold on a second. When you say was there a work trip, or did it become immediately apparent that there was no work trip and this was just like a sex party trip? Because if so, surely like, oh, this is so bizarre, Simon. We've just checked in and it's clear that there's a sex party trip. Anyway, see you in the spa at 5? Do you know what I mean? Like, on the third night.
Yeah.
I am not blaming her. Let that be very clear.
No. I get
Jesus
that.
Christ.
I would be interested to get your thoughts, though, on, like, what her moral obligations are. If you're not in a relationship.
I think... Okay, personally speaking, I think each to themselves. But a few people messaged in yesterday saying that they were they don't have a problem with being with married people. I disagree with that personally. I think
Likewise.
that it comes back to I have strong beliefs on this idea of the collective, and there are lots of things that we do in life that aren't about us, but it's just for the fucking greater good. And not even greater good, because it's not about being like morally superior, but just like contributing to like a normal and good working society behave in certain ways. And I feel like the roads are the best place to fucking witness the lack of that. And it's like terrifying in the road, like the way people are just like ignoring like the dangerousness. I actually won't even start, but some of the driving that I witnessed over the weekend when, you know, it's just completely insane. But that is all part of this whole, I think, mad individualistic outlook that so many people have these days, where it's just like, I am here for me. I do not give a fucking fuck about anybody else. The repercussions of my actions doesn't matter. And by the way, wellness, this fucking wellness movement is reinforcing this. Only do you. If you don't want to do that, take some time for yourself. It's just you. You only ever have to do exactly what you want. And if it doesn't serve you, no, do lots of things that don't serve you. That's the fucking way to live and to be part of something that's bigger than yourself. Anyway, before I go, I'm about to faint. But you know, I think that with stuff like that, you don't have anything legally to answer to that. Like, it's not your marriage, but at the same time, it's a shitty thing to do.
You're
so
contributing to chaos.
And you're doing a shitty thing. Yeah, it's not morally morally, that's up to the individual. You have to have your own moral code, and whether you choose to adhere to it or not, that's your own fucking thing. But the idea of being like, oh, it's not my problem. It's like, well, no, it's sort of, you're contributing to the problem. Yeah. You're aware, like, you were doing something knowing that could cause a lot of people a lot of unhappiness.
It's not your consequence, but it's your problem.
Exactly. And by the way, whatever about, like, so say if it's me and I'm, even if I don't know this person's husband, right? Think about, like, the husband's mum. What's that husband's mum going to think about when she gets a call to say, oh, Denise has been having an affair with some, the renowned podcaster, Mark Mehigan, best-selling author. He sold out 2 nights in the Ambassador, one of them in 2 minutes, which is just, hello? Yeah, Mum, anyway, she's cheated on me. So, Mum, are you there? Oh, I'm going to faint. And everyone just faints. Basically, that'd be my thoughts. What do you think?
No, I totally agree. I think you may not have as much of a moral obligation, but, like, you're involved. You are as equally responsible for either wrecking a home or a family or just even a relationship.
You're just opening the door to toxic shit. You're getting into a relationship with somebody who's married. Like, you're jumping into something that you know is going to be fucking stressful for you first, but also for all these other people. And it's just like, why?
Yeah.
Why? So, there we go. On y va. Okay, guys, you're very welcome back to the Weekly Roast. We are here at the final section. Just a brief reminder, the link is in the bio. If you want to get away for a full weekend, everything paid for, luxury suite, blah, 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 all the trimmings, which is a phrase that sort of annoys me. I don't know why it does, but it does.
Why?
Oh, I'll have a roast with all the trimmings. Fucking carrots and stuffing.
Is trimmings not like the bird? Like,
What?
surely I would have just assumed that.
What do you mean?
Like trimmings of like white meat, dark meat, like all the little bits going on.
Surely not.
Surely.
That's mind-blowing if that's true.
Connor, be our
Connor Halpin, the
tiebreaker.
voice of reason.
I'm going to Google or something here. Will I?
No, I want.
I would agree with you. I would have thought with you with the like stuffing carrots.
Yeah, I would have thought trimmings is like your interesting stuff. The roast, dismantling the roast. Anyway, guys, yeah, enter that competition. It's a 90-second survey and it will really help us a lot as well. So even if you've no intention of winning the luxury suite, do me a solid and just fill out the thing. It takes 90 seconds and it is very good for us financially. Okie doke. Final furlong. Let's
You
get
want what
into
Google says on all the trimmings now.
Yeah, go.
You know, done all that extra work in typing. All the trimmings refers to all the extra or complementary items that are usually served with a main dish or event, adding to its completeness and enjoyment. It implies an elaborate experience rather than just the essential components. All the trimmings might include side dishes, sauces and other accompaniments that are traditionally served alongside the main course.
Okay, so Attenborough,
boat right.
you're completely wrong, in fact.
Boat, absolutely right.
No, as much... Boniva, let's go.
So, my ex-husband, a walking red flag with an accent, an export from Australia. Clearly they didn't want him either. We had been dating for about a year and living together at this point. He was in the shower and I was browsing on his phone when I came across a series of very explicit messages and pictures from various women that he was arranging to meet up with. When I confronted him about it, he framed it as it was nothing more than a bit of porn. Clearly it wasn't. These women that are on Pornhub are not the type of women that he's going to bump into in his local Tesco, and they certainly wouldn't give him their number. When I wasn't buying it, he then tried to reframe it again and claimed that, well, he was new to all of this whole dating thing. He was new to everything. Like what? Morals, monogamy. Anyway, it was all my fault that I really should have informed him of what was expected in our relationship. More fool me, I did go on to marry the man. And his cheating ways didn't change. And I'm now very, very happily divorced.
Delighted to hear that.
Absolutely.
Particularly when things go under with the guy from down under. The pretending to think that sexting people is is the same as porn is a hilarious level of feigning ignorance.
Incredible.
That's like when Bertie, my dog, we try and send him to bed at night and he does this thing. It's genuinely the cutest thing that's ever happened in the history of humankind and canine kind. But he pretends to forget his way back to his bed. So we'd go, Bertie, time for bed. And he'll go, "Ooh," and he'll just start looking around. And he'll faint. And I'll have my way with him. So why do you think he was limping? Oh, mental. Anyway.
Okay.
So sexting is cheating. Like, let's actually just call a spade a spade. Every relationship is different, okay? But for me, cheating is very much the same as consent. There's just one, it's yes or no.
Yeah.
It's yes or no, that there's no grey area, there's no confusion. You to thine own self be true. You know exactly, one knows whether or not they are cheating. Do you know what I mean? One knows the difference between messaging somebody in a platonic way versus crossing that invisible line that's just like bang, inappropriate.
Totally agree.
And sexting somebody is just egregious deceit. Like that's
maybe by porn he meant like he was the 1% of people who clicked, you know, the ads like local girls want to hit you, and there actually were girls.
Suburban MILFs with free iPads in your area.
Crikey, they actually exist.
Any fucking area, any area that I've lived in my life, just apparently a constant barrage of free MILFs.
Yeah.
Just free MILFs, horny to the extent that they're putting ads on the internet. D15 MILFs in your area waiting to be pleasured.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. And you get a free iPad.
Of course.
So
I'm getting ads for grannies. Grannies in your area want to fuck now. That's just like AI voice.
You're from
I'm looking at.
you're from Waterford though. Apparently, gilf porn is huge in Waterford, so that makes perfect sense, Mr. Halpin. The Aussies, yeah, I couldn't marry an Aussie to be honest.
No.
Yeah, I've never read it an Irish boy. Cool, Susan. Good luck. It's just me with a fictional woman who wants to be my wife. Such is my ego.
Do you think if you get that information before you get married, surely you just have to call it quits there?
Matters of the heart are complicated, but for me it would be over. Yeah. I personally don't believe I could recover from cheating. Last but not least, before we move on, what are your opinions on going through your partner's phone? Look, it happens. I think that it's not something that I personally have done. I think it's not something I can't not imagine. Like, to be truthful, may as well be honest. It's not something that's beyond the realms of like comprehension for me to do. If, for instance, I thought there was like actually something happening that was untoward, I can absolutely see myself looking at a phone. I don't think that I'd feel good about it. I know it's a breach of privacy, but I think I'd sooner confront the person. I think I'd have it. That would be only like very much last resort if for whatever reason I tried like serious conversations, and almost I would go as far as saying like, what's the word? It begins with you. Why can't I think of it? Ultimatum. You know, if I was sort of like, right, like you need to come clean now or else like...
I think if you're left in a position where you have such high suspicions but don't feel that you can broach a subject with an open conversation, you might have bigger issues than you need. Because, like, look, you can all have your vulnerabilities or worries, but that's something you have a conversation.
Yeah, going snooping at first, like, she was a bit friendly with the DHL man.
Yeah.
June 2005. Who the fuck is Connor? Who is Connor? Okay, let's go.
So back when I was in college, I was seeing this guy from Dublin, and he told me that he'd married young and he was a widow. And I thought this was really sad, but we dated for about a year and met his friends, his family. I was even at his parents' house on one occasion. Anyway, was in Dublin, hadn't told him. I was there with my friend and we'd gone shopping in Dundrum, and I was going to surprise him later, but little did I know the surprise would be on me. I bump into him with his wife in Dundrum town centre. No. I don't know who was more shocked, him or me. Anyway, I deleted him from my phone, and shortly after I moved to London. And about a year into being in London, I get this random call on my Irish phone, and who was it? Only himself. What? Telling me that he'd had a brain tumour at the time. Classic. And thought his wife had died. To this day, I do not know who the people thought I was or anything, and I've never gotten any clarity on what he was up to. But what an absolute so-and-so.
It's a level up from the fainting, isn't it?
It's definitely... firstly, my wife was fucking deceased. Do you know what I mean? That's the first level up. The first level up is I got married, wife's dead.
Yeah.
Gone. Dust.
Here's a mass card.
Yeah. Printing, going down to
the little
going down to Snap Printing to get the little business card size laminated pics of the dead missus, like with the song, and then like a Leonard Cohen quote on the other half. She never even liked Leonard Cohen. You know what I mean? Mental. I feel like we need to the elephant in the room here. No, the elephant in the room here is the fact that his family all enabled this.
Oh yeah.
That's the most psychotic. If I tried to bring a girl home to my mum, was like, Mum, this is Ed Wader, she'd be like, what the fuck are you doing, you fucking lunatic? Where's Darren? I'd be like, no, Mum, as you know, wink, Darren's dead. Mum would be like, are you going to do one of your little dirty fainting fits again? Mark, I'll call John of Gods. We'll get you booked into the suite. It's over. Like, what the fuck do you think this? There's no way. My mum would be like, I'm calling Darren. Yeah, he's doing the fainting thing again. He's got a pair of boxers in his pocket as well. Do you know what I mean?
He's holding a picture of you in the arms of...
He's pretending he doesn't know where his bed is. He's just wandering around the house like Bertie.
There are some people who are just pathological liars.
There are genuine pathological liars.
And not like
they are incapable of telling the truth.
Yeah.
Truth, damn. I just love him up and Dundrum, slopping around with the wife, and then just like, oh, fuck. That's the one person I didn't want to see. Like, I would be like to the wife, hiya, who are you? Like, Brenda, Caroline. I've been shagging him for the last 9 months. How do you know him? Do you know what I mean? Would you sign my MasterCard? Like she takes out the Jansport wallet. It's completely ludicrous. Then fast forward a year later, he gets in touch again. You see, this is the thing with...
They just can't help themselves.
But they can't. And people with huge egos, it's the same as... I think it's the same as fucking predators, to be honest, as well, right? Or like... people who are like bullies and stuff, they can't just, so many of them would get away with this stuff if they just did it and fucked off.
Totally.
But they can't but help themselves. They have to go back again because they're just like, it's either ego or arrogance to the extent of stupidity that like they have to go again and feel like they have this thing under control. I wonder, for instance, did he have some mad harebrained thought when she was over London and go, oh God, she may cross paths with like one of my future employers or someone that I know or whatever. Does he just want to sit on that bomb, or what do you think it is?
No, I think he just can't help himself. I actually used to work with a guy like this.
Okay.
And he would routinely tell girls that like him and his wife had split up, and then he'd be getting with them, but then he'd buy a gaff with his wife.
Oh my God.
And it's just like, but the whole thing was just this cycle of chaos, and no matter what he did, it wouldn't stop. And it would be, they'd get a promotion and then it'd be on to the next one.
Oh
honestly.
my God.
But just lies after lies after lies. Couldn't help himself. And you'd be chatting to him saying like, what are you doing? Didn't matter.
One of my last Christmases drinking, this is so bad. It was December, the year I started the podcast, like December 2019 to 20, I think.
Yeah.
I was back in Dublin and I thought I was Billy Big Balls because I had this podcast and like people were talking about it and I was on nights out and people were like, oh my God, it's Mark Mehigan. I was like, okay, which was fuel to the fire at a time when I was like not in a good place, but like, okay, see, everything's fine. Yeah. And I remember going back to a session and it was early, it was like mid-December, and it was a Sunday into a Monday. Went on to a session afterwards and that was one of those grim ones where there's like 3 people and then the third, it goes down to 3 and then the person's like, oh, I'm going to call it, and you're like, oh God, no. So it's just me and another guy and then he was like, fuck, I have to go to work in an hour or so. But then he was like, oh, I just can't. And we were in the living room, my mate's gaff, and he just like picked up the phone, called his boss. It was now like 9 or 10 in the morning and like pretended that his granny had died.
Oh no.
And it was just like, I couldn't think of anything to do other than to like pretend to be sobbing in the background. Just, I don't know how sober I need to get before I absolve for that one.
Oh no.
He's there on the phone and he's like, me there smoking a Marble Light going, ooh. The noise of a warm can of Druids getting open. Come on, we'll go for a smoke. No, as if, by the way, going like, no, as if we're weeping at her body, as if she's been hit by a bin truck. Bringing out the bins.
Oh yeah.
So, on y va.
Okay, so this is a cheating story. My friend was convinced that her now ex was cheating on her with this other girl who was kind of a blogger. So she saw on this blogger's page that she was in at Deer Manor.
Oh.
She didn't post who she was with. So she was like, I think she's with my boyfriend. So she got me to call the Deer Manor and ask, could I send flowers to, let's just say, John Kelly's room. So I said, hi, just wanted to send some flowers to a guest's room for their birthday, John Kelly. And then the receptionist said, yep, that's no problem, that's room 521 or whatever. So that's how we found out and confirmed he was cheating. And even though we had cold hard proof, he still completely gaslighted her and tried to deny it and turn it on her. But obviously she saw sense and ended things with him in the end. But yeah, you really just have to take investigative matters into your own.
Yeah, you do. Interesting.
Name and shame.
No, we don't do that.
No,
we
come
don't do that on this podcast. Oh, shocking though.
It's shocking. I'm somewhat...
It's good that... I mean, it's good that they... it was good thinking, like.
Yeah, but also, now obviously it's a fake name, but like you'd want to be pretty sure that it was the person. Like the likelihood of a John Kelly being in any other
Of course.
hotel. Like,
Yeah, but they would have known I'm sure they would.
surely, yeah, like you would hope that they had a little bit more.
But also, do you not just call the person and go, where are you?
Yeah.
Like, show me where you are. Send me a photo right now of where you are, time-stamped. Or like, I don't know, there has to be a way.
Send your location.
Send your location right now.
100%. Yeah.
Surely there are easier ways. And also, particularly ludicrous if he's willing to travel with somebody who's in any way in the public eye.
Yeah.
Because, like, surely, like, whatever, yeah, like, anybody, that's why I'm always amazed when celebrities seem to get caught having affairs. I'm like, how could you be so fucking stupid? Like, you're clearly going to notice.
Yeah, for sure.
Like your man from Maroon 5 sending those DMs. Insane shit.
Have you ever seen the video of Chris D'Elia realising the Snapchats could get recorded on a podcast?
Oh my God, it's the great. Explain it.
So Chris D'Elia, not unfortunately, but Chris D'Elia was found to be...
He's a comedian.
Yeah, he's a comedian, American podcaster, was found to be contacting girls, you know, kind of just on the fringe age.
Oh God.
Really bad form. But he was talking amongst friends about how he uses Snapchat, and people were like, yeah, we need to be careful with Snapchat, you can record them, and you just see the blood run out of his face.
Oh my God.
And like a week later, every news publication, Chris D'Elia, not to be touched. Yeah.
Oh, fucking dumb.
It's on, I think, The Fighter and the Kid, which is a like big American podcast, and genuinely just look it up on YouTube. It's wild.
Okay.
Career done in a second.
Easy, yeah. Jesus Christ. Okay, my friends, last but not least.
So the craziest story I've ever heard to do with cheating is a friend of mine and her boyfriend were trying to buy a house, like so many people. And eventually they came across this one house and everything was looking really good. But it was kind of like the bones of a house. So it was just the walls, space for windows, second floor, that kind of thing. Like nothing more had been done with it. So my friend's boyfriend's mom ended up doing a little bit of digging in the local community to try and figure out, like, why was this house on the market? And it ended up that the owners of this new built house were building their dream house, and this was to be their dream house. And everything was going good until the wife found out that the husband was cheating on her with another woman in the area. So dream house went in the bin. They split up. But then it ended up that the husband ended up cheating on the affair woman. So cheated on the woman he had an affair with that woman's daughter, and has since gotten that girl pregnant, the daughter pregnant, and had kids with her.
Sorry. This is like fucking Days of Our Lives stuff. So hold on. He's buying a dream gaff somewhere.
They're building it.
Building a dream gaff. And then he cheats on the wife, his own wife.
Yes.
Cheats on her with the woman who was designing the gaff.
I believe so.
Right.
Involved in the
building of the gaff. Cheats on his wife with her. The wife leaves him. And then he cheats on the wife with the wife's daughter. Or no, sorry, he cheats on the woman.
On the mistress.
He cheats on Gokwan with Mini Gokwan. Basically.
Brilliant.
I'm just thinking of designers. You know what I mean? So you've got Gokwan and then you've got Gokwan 2. I don't see anything wrong with that. Yes, I do. Did she suck his gok? Just complete slop.
Taught him how to look good naked. That was a TV show of his, Mark. Don't do that to me.
So,
Aniva, let's go.
no, but hold on. This is Roman Polanski-esque. Or it's not Polanski, it's Woody Allen. Isn't that the stuff with Mia Farrow?
Yeah.
Where Woody Allen,
not great.
Not good. Poor, or as you might say when describing Chris D'Elia messaging underage girls, not good form. So, I think The Guardian said it the same. That's all we have time for today. Just looking at the gawk. Okay, God. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the Weekly Roast. Really, really appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's show, let me know. I'm on Instagram at Mehigan Mark. I love hearing from you. Let me know what ones were your favourites today, and or if you have any suggestions for the roast mortem tomorrow. Looking forward to hearing from you. And of course, if you have enjoyed the show, do us a favour and send this episode to a mate of yours. let them know about the weekly roasts. It's the greatest way for us to grow. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're doing well. And whoever's coming to the show this Friday or Saturday, I look forward to seeing you at Mark Mehigan's Good Stuff. On y va. Let's go.
Mark Mehigan's Weekly Roast. Proudly supported by Cialis for Men. Struggling with erectile dysfunction? It's nothing to be ashamed of. Cialis for Men 10mg film-coated tablets, which contains tadalafil, is now available without prescription. Just a quick, discreet chat with your pharmacist, in person or online, can help. Find it at pharmacies nationwide or visit www.cialisformen.ie for more details. To be taken at least 30 minutes prior to anticipated sexual activity. Always read the label.